Hi everyone, Sonic Show Jaden here, and I am not schizophrenic. Sorry for the abrupt intro, the voice in my head told me to do it. And today, we have to talk about the #2 Sonic show, Sonic X, surprisingly having a future, with news indicating that it's going to be re-emerging back into the mainline Sonic canon, which includes future games and other media. So it's not just in some weird spin-off universe like Prime, where like you'll get some skins in a racing game, but that's it. No, we're talking about the real Sonic games, okay? And there's multiple sources of info, including one being Sega themselves dropping hints via Tails Tube. And looking at it, not only was it right there in front of our faces the entire time, but we were all so distracted by the purple-haired girl's cooties that nobody has ever noticed it until now. I've only seen a handful of people bring it up recently, none on like Twitter or online spaces, but surprisingly, all the stuff I'm seeing is in my own Discord, where one user was posting a mountain load of evidence for this theory. And after going through it all and looking into it myself, this is actually a huge deal. It is about to make a lot more canon in future games, including fan favorite character I'm just kidding, Cosmo the something? She's like an alien, but also a plant. I've even seen her specifically referred to as a Seedrian. Just a little on the nose, if you ask me. But also that phrase isn't mentioned once on her wiki page. So I don't know where the term Seedrian came from. Which, to focus back in and get to the news, the plant-alien hybrid thing actually makes a lot of sense considering the particular Easter egg we got in Tails Tube. And it's not just Tails Tube. We're getting these sources hidden in the official socials, through copyright stuff, through the Japanese Sonic channel, which no is not referring to their YouTube channel. It's just called Sonic Channel. It's almost as bad of a name as Sonic Show, let's be real. So there's actually a lot of sources indicating this news to touch on, and let's just get into it. Intro aside, smash like, subscribe, or I'll eat your family. Now, to get into it, on the second to latest Tails Tube, while everyone was distracted by the conveniently placed book teasing Professor Tori, a new prominent Sonic character in the mainline series that I've also made a video about, and to my dismay, basically nobody watched. And we also have finally heard her voice in the latest Tails Tube 11.
How unfortunate. Can you make him leave?
And to be so real with you guys, Sega's laying it on too hard. We all know it's Maria's sister. However, to stay on topic with the Sonic X stuff, there it was, a bigger Easter egg in Tails' lab, hidden right in front of our pudgy little faces, which is the exact plant in the top right that Cosmo became. And it's not just any plant or vase vaguely. It's a very specific one that even has the exact symbols on the planter and everything. From the two sprouts, it's like you could not more clearly be Cosmo's plant. And quick disclosure, I absolutely love Sonic X, but admittedly, I've never fully finished it. So the research for this video, it's kind of the first time I've heard any of this, which I was aware of some stuff. I just assumed Cosmo got like Fortnite game ended, but was not aware she went Groot mode instead. In this section of just seeing the plant as a little Easter egg, is just that. It could just be an Easter egg, but there is a lot more to the theory than just the plant. Now, at this point, reading all this stuff poured in my Discord, I began to think that possibly this isn't some random nutso theory a schizophrenic made up, which I am not. But as I kept going through this, there's actually a lot of legs to the Sonic X canonization theory. Now, for the next part, an important detail to note before going in is that even on Sega's website, their sister websites, anything, they explicitly say that they own all the content they post there. Something that probably seems obvious to everyone at first. But let's look at the Sega official Sonic channel. And no, I know the name is confusing, but not the YouTube channel. Again, I've already covered that, but they just call the official hub of news in Japan Sonic channel, okay? It's a terrible name. And they put out a monthly piece of official art out, often drawn by Yuji Uekawa, who did all the legendary Sonic Adventure art, as well as Yui Karasuno, and others who particularly aren't as well known. And the point of that all is that Sonic channel recently put out some art showing Cafe Chaotix, a location originating and existing exclusively in Sonic X. And the text description below immediately credits Sonic X, so it's not like some unknown property that they didn't know they were referencing or just a little Easter egg that they're not going to shout out. They specifically call it out, which, considering this is the first time they reference Sonic X in like, what, 20 years? Is pretty significant, especially because everyone says they do it because they don't own the rights. It's owned by TMS, but I don't think people understand. Sega Sammy bought TMS in 2010. They owned the rights for quite a while. They've just been hesitant on using them for personal choices. And just like how Unleashed Recomp's popularity has Sonic Team now officially throwing Unleashed stuff around a lot more, from posting screenshots and references to them even adding the werehog to the site's character bios, it seems like Sonic X is going through the exact same treatment, mostly thanks to getting much more praise in recent years from all the new fans who have discovered the series through the 3 movies and the appeal of a Sonic anime, especially one in the streaming era where you can just binge anything online, is tenfolding its popularity. It reminds me of when I heard,
when we were on the show, it wasn't even like we were on a show. And then when the show, like, I don't know, because streaming or because nostalgia or what, but like every year, it just seems to be getting bigger. And it's amazing the impact that the show has had and still has on a young generation and on a younger generation. And
a show from the exact same time era that's also doing so much better now than ever thanks to streaming, which with Sega now having all the rights in one place, it seems like now is the time to reintegrate it back into the main canon, especially with them reintegrating Sonic Boom for some reason. Like seriously, Sonic Boom is now canon. That doesn't even make sense to me. Man, Knuckles, you really let yourself go, huh? And guess what? You might be like, okay, I'm sold. But wait! There's more, because the Sonic X stuff goes further than solely references to Cosmo or Cafe Chaotix, but even extends to the very debated protagonist of the show, Chris Thorndyke, who was subtly hid in a recent video on the Sonic official socials. And again, it's been around 20 years since he was acknowledged. But now all of a sudden we have all these references and Chris Thorndyke even just hidden right there in plain sight, chilling at Sega HQ. And even Cosmo has been referenced like a couple times, I believe. I think one other time just randomly and never again after that. But Chris? No, this hasn't happened ever. So it's definitely a momentous occasion. Throw some confetti. It's finally happening. .gif. But references aside, where do we go from here? How could we possibly see Sonic X, which contradicts things, I mean, not as badly as Boom, reemerge into the main game's canon? But that's actually a pretty simple answer. The return of Topaz, the return of Cosmo, I'm gonna be honest, Chris Thorndyke probably isn't returning, but even as much as a reference to all these characters would truly begin the transition of us seeing more of it. And with them not that long ago having that Blu-ray for Sonic X for the first time ever, this is clearly something fans crave, and I think Sega is gonna cave to, since they're going with the everything is canon mentality right now. But in 2022's Frontiers, we also saw major things get acknowledged, like they actually finally explained the origin of the Chaos Emerald, at least mostly. So clearly Sonic Team does not give a single about messing with the lore right now, and honestly, I'm all for it. Games like Sonic Colors didn't push it at all, and I think are super boring. And I know many dislike Frontiers. I think it's a pretty good game, but I understand why people dislike it. But at the same time, I think the story for that game is actually awesome and probably one of the best Sonic stories in a long time. Like, think about it. Before Frontiers, we had Forces, Lost World. I actually like Lost World story. I know a lot of people don't, but it's a fun self-contained story. But the point I'm making is it's been wading through piles of for a long time. So to see Sonic Team, especially with Shadow Gens, just pulling back out of it, persevering, making awesome things, and honestly really good stories, is something I'm super excited to see, especially with this mainline game only being a couple years away, and at max, the latest it could come out is like 2026. I guess maybe 2027, but that seems like another 5 years since Frontiers seems kind of insane, so I don't think they'll do that. It'll be either this year or next year, okay? I'm certain of it. And to see Sonic X in that game excites me. Call me a Lego, I'm bricked up. Frankly, Sonic X becoming canon is a double win. It's gonna blow minds, filling fans with excitement, and it's gonna make the Sonic X haters seethe in rage. 2 wins in 1. What more can I ask for? This video was awesome, so drop a like. Come on, you know you want it. It helps me out, why not? Subscribe if you want to see more. I don't upload that much, you might as well. And while you're at it, just set the notifications on, because you really are a fool if you miss one of these videos. You're just a dang fool. I have a Discord, it has a ton of people in it, and I want to do more Fortnite custom matches because I'm in a total Fortnite kick right now.
I love Fortnite.
So join my server, follow my Twitter, because when I do tweet, it's sometimes funny, and really, I like unironically follow my Instagram because I post crazy stuff on my stories, and I'm posting like all the time now, okay? I love the fact that people can't comment unless they want to DM, okay? Can't comment, you can't quote tweet me, you can't try to gain some like epic clout point, you just gotta look at it. The worst you can do is screenshot, okay? And I don't even care. At the Sonic Show, it's honestly awesome. And that's all. Next video when I make it. Lots of love and peace. Peace. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Wow. Bye-bye.